like Mexico, right, or like Brazil.
Right.
We're developing, we are getting. Brazil has sound economics right now, and the country is growing. But at the same time, we did not overcome the problem of violence. We don't have a good education system. We have a lot of corruption, and so it's sort of like in between a developed country and an underdeveloped country, and I think that's somehow good for film, you know, for filmmakers. It's inspiring in a sense.
Yeah, a society that is perhaps too well ordered and too content and too placid does not create good drama or the elements of good cinema.
You're right. I think you're right. I mean, there has to be something. Like, even if you look at the Nordic countries, and they are very, very stable societies and so on, but still, you know, they have a big winter. There's not a lot of lights.
Right.
There's a lot of depression, and then you get films like Melancholia, and you know, you need some edgy thing. Actually, I think what you're saying is true of everything. Because people, you know, one thing I've learned in my life is that people do not think for free. They don't think just because they think. They think when they are forced to think, when life is...
Exactly.
Right?
And they develop internally when they're forced to
do it.
Yeah.
It's not for free, it has a price. Right?
I got into trouble with some women that I know.
You did?
Because I have a theory that the best women to have as girlfriends or as wives are women that are not radiantly beautiful.
Right.
Because life has been telling them, the radiantly beautiful women have been educated that you do not have to develop yourself. You are going to be
You're going to do fine.
Paid a lot of attention. You're doing just fine. Now, if they want to develop themselves, wonderful.
Yeah.
And obviously life allows for that, which is great.
Yeah.
But they're generally told you don't really have to.
Well, if you are a very beautiful girl and you're walking on the street in a big city, you know, guys will be hitting on you every 5 minutes, and you know, you get the feeling you're beautiful, right?
Right.
And it's actually just statistically being proved that it's easier.
Yeah.
Life gets easier.
Right. Absolutely. Men, everybody. So you have to be stirred or encouraged to develop yourself, or you probably won't.
Yeah. Which is true for the beautiful and the ugly. It's true for everybody, right?
Hey, by the way, I was wondering, I really think that you're the lead actor in both Elite Squad and the sequel. He's really quite a compelling actor. I mean, he's and I completely felt kinship with him, despite the paramilitary conservative attitude he had in Elite Squad, and I also felt for him greatly. I didn't think that he was an unreasonable hard ass. I understood his situation.
Yeah, he's a very good actor, and one of the best actors Brazil ever had.
Yeah.
I think he's a good actor anywhere. I mean, he's as good as the top actors here.
Yeah, I think so.
And he's just shot a movie with Neil Blomkamp, who's a great director, who did District 9, and he shot a sci-fi called Elysium with Matt Damon, and an English language movie, and I think it's going to be great. I think.
How do you say the title?
Elysium. It's a
Elysian or something?
I guess so. I don't know.
Like Elysian Fields or something?
Yeah, kind of like this.
Okay.
All
right.
And you know, it's an exciting, a great director who's done great work before. So
can you use him in RoboCop? Could you cast him?
It's difficult because of what the movie is.
Where's it set in Detroit, right?
Yeah. But I would love if I could. You know, still have to. I'm not really doing casting right now. I'm sort of like focusing on the script. I suppose in 20, 30 days I'm going to have to start casting. But the casting for me is going for the great actors for the part. Right. I mean, actors are the life of movies, and you got to get this.
What little I know about filmmaking is that we're talking about something that will shoot in July, you've said.
That's the idea, right?
Roughly, sometime in the summer. So don't you want to at least be in touch with people you maybe like to have now,
Yeah.
to at least tell them?
Yeah, we are doing that, but I really have to start doing it in the next 20, 30 days. What I really got to do now, which we are doing, is start designing.
Right, right.
Which we have. Should we order? Are you hungry?
Yeah, I'm ready, yeah.
Cool.
Not that she's going to pay any attention to us, but...
Well, we'll do
there
it.
She is, there she is.
I'll try it again. Well, it's okay. Sorry.
There she
There she
goes.
goes. It's a lot of people, you know, it's
Yeah.
a tough job.
The
It's a tough job. What do you have? What is good here? What do you...
I've had their
You have your favorite...
what I've had in the morning, and I'd like to kind of have now. I've had their salmon omelet, which is quite good.
Right. Okay, that's a good idea.
And we wanted to also. I've had the pita. Can I possibly get that salmon omelet you guys make?
Salmon omelet?
Yeah, it's an omelet that you
Yes,
offer.
it is. Yeah.
And it has salmon.
Right.
Should I
Salmon with-
order that now? Do you only have that for breakfast, or can I order that for a lunch thing?
Well, we serve it during the day, even for lunchtime.
So it's
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah, it's available all day. Yeah.
So you're having salmon omelette? I'm gonna do salmon omelette.
Same? All right, sure. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So I don't know very much about MGM's structure. I know that a woman named Mary Parent was running things,
Right.
and she's no longer there.
Right. Yeah, no,
And they
it's,
had all this financial trouble, but now they do. They're
in the
kind of
past. Yeah,
better.
no, there's great guys. I'm having a very good time doing this this development. It's going on. It's not the, sometimes people paint studio development as a nightmare, but
Yeah.
this is not a nightmare at all. This is great.
Right.
A lot of support, and I've been working with, it's Gary, Roger, and Glickman, who took over there. I think they have something going there. I think it would be great to see the Lion back, you know?
Yeah.
And we'll see. I love this film, so I love the idea that the take we have on it, and we're developing to the best of my ability and trying to make a film that's true to what the subject matter is.
I've heard over and over, and I believe that it's probably true, that if you have an unlimited budget, that's not always the best thing, because having less money encourages creativity.
Yeah, we don't have an unlimited budget. There's no such thing as an unlimited budget, by the way. The bigger your budget is, the more you find ways to go over budget.
That's funny.
But that's how it is.
Right. Did you have a sufficient amount of money to make Elite Squad 2? Were you okay with that?
Could I do things easier if I had some little more money? Yes, I could. I definitely had to make choices based on the budget. Elite Squad 2 is a movie that has action scenes in it. It's a political movie, political thriller with action, and the action sometimes is complicated with helicopters, and we had only $7 million to do this, which, if you tell any American producer to look at Elite Squad 2 and guess the budget, and I've done that,
right.
I never got how much would it cost to do it here? And I got maybe 40, maybe 35. And so it's a challenge. But then again, you work between a constraint and you find ways. It becomes the problem you have at hand. How do I make that for that amount? And I think you're right. I think it's a good thing to have constraints. If you have no constraints, I mean, it's hard to operate.
Yeah.
In a certain way, a movie is always something that's developed inside a lot of constraints. You have all sorts of different kinds of constraints. You have dramatic constraints.
Right.
Because it's you have to structure a story in a way that works dramatically, and so you have dramatic constraints as you